All right. First and foremost, give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem Kakodash. The honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. Peace and salutation to you brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. It's Brother Gabaria from Indiana Camp coming back at you again with another sit down. All right, and I'm entitled this video just keep enduring, man. All right. I was watching the brother Shapatya video, brother from Chicago, uh, spiritual intelligence. All right, and he was saying a lot of spiritual things. So I encourage brothers to go. So yeah, I encourage brothers to go watch that brother's video. This actually encouraged me to do this video about just enduring. All right, because listen, I'm gonna speak from the heart on this, man. You can know all the scriptures, you can know all the breakdowns, so you can be the best top brother in your camp or whatever. But listen, if you don't have the fortitude or the mental capability to endure, and all that stuff that all that things that you're capable of, all that all that scriptural knowledge that you have, man, doesn't mean nothing. All right. What Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is looking for, that men that can endure the said perils. All right, that's not going to get weak. That's not going to fold up under pressure. All right, because a lot of these guys that has we've seen me and numerous amount of brothers has seen guys like that, that had the scriptural knowledge, that had all the deep breakdowns, that knew words off the back of their hands, and they still end up either getting puffed up in pride, thinking that they couldn't get rebuked or thinking they couldn't been touched, and eventually got kicked out, and now they teach some wayward doctrine, or eventually just lost patience and just left. You see? So, you can have all that, deep breakdowns and all that, man. It can still amount to nothing. All right. Because guess what? The Lord might put the spirit on on a brother that doesn't know quite as much as you to endure, to be able to hold fast and not get weak. You see? But here you have all the scriptural knowledge, but what you tired. But I'm tired of doing this, I'm tired of doing that. I'm ready for this thing to pop off, and then when things don't go your way, or when things is not happening fast enough, then you just want to put down the plow, or you want to give up, or you want to talk shit. But here you is, a brother that doesn't quite know as much as you. He's still pushing. He still has the fire on him. You see? And that's who Yahweh Bashem Yahshua is looking for, man. All right. The scripture talks about how it's not given to the swift or to the strong, but them that can endure. All right. All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and start this lesson off. I'm gonna get Galatians chapter 6 and verse 9. It says, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. See? So it says what, man? Paul saying what? Let's not be weary in well doing, and the things that we're doing is definitely well doing. All right. We're bringing our people, we're bringing the nation of Israel back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, starting with the elect, of course, and then eventually the 66.6% of our people is going to get it, which is the 2/3. They're going to eventually get it in the kingdom. But what? Starting with the elect chosen men, we're bringing them back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua with the deeds that we're doing, Of course, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he gets the honor, he gets the praises, because he's the one who's waking them up. But but don't you feel some type of gratitude, or don't you feel some type of thankful that the Lord is using you to do that? You see, the Lord is using you. You're being an instrument that the Lord is using to bring forth that that prophecy. You see, just imagine if you created a story, or you created some type of a book or whatever, and you have your main character do certain things, and then you have side characters do certain things. That main character, if that main character had a conscience to think, he would be like, man, I'm glad you made me the main character. I'm glad you had me. I'm glad you had my ending be a good one. I'm glad I was a tool, for you to bring forth what you wanted to bring forth, And that's how we have to look at our lives, The Lord, being the author of everything. He's creating a story, and the Lord is using, certain men to bring his story to life. You know, just like if you watch a movie, if you got Superman, let's say Superman's end goal is to save the world, and he has to do this, he has to do that. The director or the author of that story, he's a, yeah, I'm gonna use Superman to do this. I'm gonna use Batman to come in and do this, and then I'm gonna use a Green Lantern to come in and do. So the author, the director is using all these superheroes to bring forth the story, and make a good movie at the end. You see, and the author is gonna make sure that that the good guy gets the victory at the end. You know, and that's exactly how how we should look at it. All right, but guess what? You have to trust the process. That's the saying in the world, especially amongst the Jake community. We say, hey man, listen, trust the process. Which basically means you might not understand where certain things is going at a certain point, but guess what? You just have to keep enduring and just keep playing your part. All right, just keep on pushing. Just keep. Hey, listen, the Lord gave us a duty. He gave us a job to do. You know, if it's not gonna happen on our time. It's not going. We might not see every little thing eye to eye. But guess what? The Lord blessed us where we do see it. If you have a spiritual eye, you do see the Lord moving. You do see the Lord doing His work. All right, you see the prophecies happening. All right, so it's not like the Lord completely just have us in darkness where we just going out there and just like, hey, yeah, this and this and this. We don't know, we don't know this, we don't know that, but we know it's gonna happen. You know, know what the Lord gave us a spiritual eye. The Lord gave us the eye to see this place crumbling. All right, the things we're preaching, the Lord's gave us the eye to see that happening. All right. All we have to do is just make sure we hold fast to faith and keep enduring and keep pushing. That's our job. Nothing more, nothing less. All right. And the Lord don't want to hear no whining. No, I don't want to do this no more. Or man, I'm tired of this. All right. Like the scripture I just says, be not weary. Let's look at the word weary. It says to be utterly spiritless, to be weary, to be worn out, exhausted. You ever play a game and you just, you can see that one player, he just does, he's just exhausted. He's dragging his feet. He look like he don't want to be on the court no more. He's just like tired. Look like he just want to lay down or sit down or something. You're not supposed to be like that, man. Especially in well doing. The thing, like I said, like I already compared the things we're doing as well doing. You're not supposed to be like that, man. Oh, I'm gonna just gotta go do this video. I gotta go to camp. Oh my God, man. I gotta be around the brotherhood, man. These things you should be excited to do. It should uplift your spirit. These are things you should be looking forward to. Hey, listen, I can't speak for everybody, but me personally, when Friday come, I'm looking forward to camp. I look forward to camp so much. I really, to be honest, clear out my whole entire day. It's rarely I rarely do things on Friday. Or the day of camp. I rarely do things. Now if I gotta work, I gotta work. But and I'm blessed where I go to work after camp. You see, so after camp is over, I go to work. So but usually from sun up into camp, my day is really free. And that's the way I've always wanted to be. I try not to really work on camp day because that's the day I'm looking forward to. That's the day first of all, I'm gonna see all the brothers, in one unity, and then on top of that, I get to preach the word of the Lord. You know, those are things. That's something I look forward to every week. And I've been pushing it for 14 to 15 years. All right, and I have not yet to get tired of it. And I pray Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the Lord keeps that spirit on me. You see, because I have elders and I have apostles over me who's been doing it 20, 30, 40 plus years. All right. Haven't missed a day, you know. And I watch the videos and they don't show no signs of exhaustion, no signs of tiredness. They don't get out there and say, all right, shalom, all praises to you, how Bashim Yahushua, yada yada yada. Y'all get the gist. Let's get this over. They don't. No, they go out there with bold and uplifting spirits. You know, they don't give no half ass, no tired, sluggish type of spirit when they go out on the highways and byways. In every single video, they seem enthusiastic. They seem joyful, uplifting. That's the type of spirit I see when the elders and certain brothers and apostles go out and teach, even when doing videos. You know, you hear Apostle you hear Apostle Ty, he get on and say Shalom. He say Shalom. And give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right, let's hop into this. I ain't gonna make it real quick. I'm gonna make it real quick. I'm gonna make it real quick. I ain't trying to be too lengthy. When he do his videos, and the apostles do 2-3 videos a day. That doesn't show a spirit of exhaustion, a spirit of tiredness. You see, that shows he still got energy to push. So how much more us? How much more we? You see? Matter of fact, what did the Lord told Job? This is Job chapter 3 and chapter 38 and verse 3. It says, "Gird up now thy loins like a man, and I would demand it of thee, and answer thou me." See? So listen, man, the Lord don't want no sluggish, tired looking, you trying to you just dragging your feet along. He told Job to gird up thy loins. Now in the ancient custom, as it was a physical thing where men used to take actually their robe and tie it around their waist and tie it around their thighs. That was it was called a girding up process when they was supposed to do something physical. You see, but right here is spiritual, talking about what the Lord saying. Hey, listen, man up. All right, man up. Stop being a little, stop being a little B word. Man up, gird up thy loins. Loins is going into your what your nuts. You see, gird them up, grow some kahunas. All right, stop being a little B. Keep pushing. Be a man. All right, certain things you just have to take. All right, what did Paul say? Well, he said what? Thrice was I shipwrecked. Twice was I beaten by the rods of men. Was I stoned? Was I cast out the city? He was telling about all the shit that he had to endure. All the stuff that he had to do. But what he all did it for the election's sake. He did it because he knew he had a job. All right, he had a job to do, so it wasn't no room for complaining. This is Second Timothy chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake." See, everything that we go through, man, we go out there still high. We still go out there high and mighty because of what? We have to endure it for the elect's sake. So if brothers are coming up, have questions that they want to ask, or if they have things, if they have questions that they need to be answered, or they inquired about the scriptures and they're part of the elect, guess what? We have to be out there because we have to give our bodies up as a living sacrifice. It's all a sacrifice, you see? And we do it all for the elect's sake, just like how Paul said it. We don't look at oh, I got stuff to do on this day and I got this to do. No, we making a sacrifice for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right, and we're gonna keep making the sacrifice. It says that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Mashiach Yahushua with eternal glory. So see, we're doing this because what we want the elect to obtain the salvation as well. See, if the Lord called you into this truth, man, he called you to do a job. He just didn't call you just to just get the knowledge and just sit on it. Okay, now you cool. On to the next one. Okay, now you cool. Now you cool. No. You know what it says? The book of Habakkuk. Let me go ahead and grab it. Is it 3 or 2? I think it's 3. I think it's 2 there. Yep. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. It says, "And the Lord answered me, he said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables." All right, how do we write the vision in this day and age, man? What we break down, we go into the breakdowns, we break down the scriptures. It says what? Directly and correctly, dividing the word of truth. You see? So we go into it, we go into the breakdowns, we explain what scriptures mean. If someone comes up and saying, "Wait, where's American in scriptures?" We go into it. Hey, what's the mark of the beast? Hey, what is the beast? What is this talking about? What is that talking about? What is Daniel talking about when this is prophesied? All right. How does the Lord feel about the current world that we're living in right now? People with these questions, they need answers. What is this? The scriptures also says, "What I shall give you, I shall give you pastors according to my heart that will feed you with knowledge and understanding. See, so we have a job to do. We have to be out there so we can answer the people when they have questions. All right. That's our job, to be out there. And then also what? To warn the people, to let them know that Yahweh Shem Yashai is on his way back. So they have no excuse. So they can say, Lord, listen, you didn't give me a chance. That's unfair. How you gonna come in and do something and not even give me a chance to? You didn't even give me the option. So the Lord said, okay, guess what? I'm gonna send men out there that you're gonna reject anyways. You're asking, you're begging for a chance. You're begging for an opportunity to at least to choose right from wrong. So guess what? I'm gonna set men out there so you can reject them anyway. So when you do reject them, now I have probable reasons to come and destroy you. Now you can't say, oh Lord, you didn't give me a chance. Oh, yes, I did. I set up men that told you what was gonna happen. But what did you say? That ain't true. That's not true. You chose to disregard what they told you. And then guess what? They're just gonna sit there with a dumb look on their face. They're gonna be like, damn, I did say that. So guess what? Now I can do without now I can destroy you. Because I gave you an opportunity. I gave you a chance to turn, but you rejected it. So therefore now I'm justified in doing what I said I'm gonna do. So yeah, we're out there to answer the questions and to save the very elect, to bring them into the fold, but we're also out there to condemn the people so they can't cry to the Lord and say, Lord, you didn't give me a chance. You didn't give me an opportunity to defend myself, or you didn't even ask me whether I was gonna do, even though the Lord knows anyways. The Lord knew they was gonna reject it, you know. But the Lord is setting us out there so it can be manifest, so it can happen in the flesh, so they can remember, like, damn, I did reject. You see, that's our whole job, man. That's everything that we have to do in a nutshell. And is it going to be tiresome? Is it going to be irksome sometimes? Is it going to be, are you going to be feeling low in the spirit? Of course, yes. Of course, that's just how because we're in the flesh. But guess what? As a man of the Lord, you're not supposed to let that affect your character, your character. You're supposed to have a stoic type mindset. You might be going through something. You might be going through something in the spirit. You might actually be tired. I know I say this as be not weary and well doing, but you actually might be tired. But guess what? You still got to do it. You still got to go out there. You're not supposed to go and show that tiredness. Like, man, I don't want to do this, man. You know, you're supposed to have a poker face, so to speak. You go out there and you tired, you tired. You just got off work or this going on. You got that going on. You running off 2 hours of sleep. You're sick. You got sinus problem. What's it? I don't deal with it, but there's a lot of Jakes deal with the shit. Is it allergies? Yeah, you got allergies hitting you. We go out through the summer and the spring. Your allergies is flaring up. You can barely breathe. But guess what? You still got to deal with it. You still got to do it. You still got to go out there. And that's what's going to get you the reward. Because despite through everything that you was going through, despite anything that you was feeling, you still endured. You still hold fast. You didn't let that get in the way. Matter of fact, I'm going to end it off at this. I think it's Romans 11, maybe. Yeah, Romans 8. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 35. It says, who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep to the slaughter. Nay, all these things were more than conquerors through him that loved us. See, so we have to conquer all of that, man. We have to conquer tribulation, distress, persecution, famine, nakedness, peril, and the sword. We have to conquer all of that, just like Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, just like Yahweh Shah did it when he came on the scene. You see? We have to conquer all that, man. So none of these things should separate us from the love of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. When we go through these things, guess what? We should uplift. We should count ourselves lucky. We should take it with a smile on our face. Because guess what? We're doing all this for the name of the Lord. See, we could be suffering as just wicked individuals, but no, we're doing it because that's how much we love the Lord. You see? All right, but that's all I really had. Lord willing, if this video was edifying, I hope I'll encourage or uplift a few of you brothers. So until next time, I want to say shalom.